In September 2024, we embarked on yet another great American road trip, this time to Utah. We traveled over 5,000 miles through 8 states. We visited 14 national and state parks, monuments, and attractions. Well, hi everybody. Greetings from western Nebraska. And this is, you would think, one of the most featureless, desolate places on Earth. And you might be right. On the other hand, you could find our favorite tourist. And if you keep turning, you're going to find Carhenge outside of Alliance, Nebraska. So check this out. I mean, it's Carhenge. And you're either really lost or you're coming here. And we went, I wouldn't say out of our way. We're headed west, but we are visiting this because it's on the way to Utah. So check it out. There's a cattle rack up there. You've got a Gremlin. You've got a Jeep Willys. You've got a Valiant. You've got I think that's a 61 Plymouth Fury over there. Here's another cattle rack. So, I mean, what can you say? Stonehenge. No, Carhenge. Here we are, tourist and me, at the top of Scotts Bluff in Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. Here's what it looks like. So it turns out there was this guy, Hiram Scott, mountain man. He was with a group of people. He got sick, so they left him here. And a year later, they came back and found his body, or what was left of it. So they named this thing after him. I guess I don't know if he'd be happy about that or not. Anyway, Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. This, ladies and gentlemen, is called the Grand View. Mighty impressive. Thank you. Hey kids, well, it's a great day for exploring outside Moab, Utah. There's our Outback. Our favorite tourist is sitting in there watching me. And we're just out for a little drive this evening because we haven't been driving enough. We only did 50 miles today through Arches. Check this out. This isn't the Grand Canyon, but it is certainly a Grand Canyon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Colorado River as it goes through Moab. We were at the headwaters of the Colorado up by Steamboat Springs the other day. We've been kind of following it through Grand Junction and now into Moab. But check this out. I mean, this is right next to the road. If a chunk of that fell, You'd be glad you had, or your heirs would be glad you had good insurance. Mighty impressive, I would say. Arches National Park, it's called a thing called Park Avenue. Arches National Park. Here's our very hot tourist because it's 90 degrees. It's a dry heat, but it's still hot. Nothing you can do about that. So this is, what are these, windows? Arches? Yeah. I think. Now, they didn't ask me when they named these, but I think that's finger arch. But I'm kind of guessing that the finger wasn't a thing when they were naming arches. So there's that. And clearly these are body parts, but you know, they're not going there. I don't know. What are you going to do? There's one over there, too. So you can name them whatever you want.
Looks like a cave over there.
Up to your imagination. There's the start of an arch over there. We saw an interesting film at the Visitor Center. They said in geologic time, the rocks and sand are as viscous as water, which I think is really interesting. It's just that our lifespan, our understanding of time is so tiny it's not measurable as compared to geologic time. I think that's just pretty interesting. So we learned something new here at Arches National Park. Check this out. That's pretty cool. And then we get to the sign, Canyonlands National Park. We are here. I like this view. Look at the mountains over there, the canyon. And we've seen these cubes of rock up and down the road. I don't know what they're for. Oh, look, a tourist. Let's take a selfie. Schaefer Point at Canyonlands. I look at this and I look at that road. Maybe it's a trail. And I think I want to go there. I want to drive there. All right, here's Schaefer's Canyon. We're going to go up the steep switchbacks. The sign says, caution, steep, narrow road. And our map says, speed limit 55. I will not be exceeding the speed limit. You should be happy about
This is where Thelma and Louise was filmed.
Yeah, Thelma and Louise was up here. Cool. We're staying on the top.
I was saying, when I think it's going to get scary. Spoke too soon.
There we go. That's the Colorado River. And we're going down here.
Woo!
This is the better shot.
Oh.
But this is fun too. And we just found that rock. That looks pretty cool. What do you think of that, tourist? Rainbow Point, 9,000 feet. Air's a little thin up here, but we like it. Let's go check out Rainbow Point. Well, as I say so regularly, that's impressive. Cool. Well, here I am on the trail going to Sunset Point. The bus brought me to a bus stop on the road, and now I'm walking into the trailhead at Sunset Point. The devil will not get my hat today. It is a little breezy. Just said hi to some folks walking the other way. They didn't say hi back, so I'm guessing they're from New York. So I left the bus stop, got to Sunset Point, elevation 8,000 feet, and I'm just about to hit the trail and go down into the canyon. About 2:30 in the afternoon. Miss M is back at the room, and I'm ready for a good hike. And of course I've been eating lots of desserts and stuff. And so I think, well, I should do a good hike, so I burn that off. But what's going to happen is I'm going to say, oh, I took a good hike. I can have more pie. All right, after a short bus ride and a little hike, I am ready to descend into the canyon. Here it is. I'm very glad I've got my stick. It's not crazy dangerous. I bet it looks like it is. But you just watch your step and you'll be okay. So down a little ways, I've come this far. And here is where we're going next. Pretty cool, huh? I was going to say I'm at the bottom of the canyon, but I don't know that. I kind of hope it is. It was a little challenge getting down here, but check this out. Trees.
People come and let them go.
That's cool. All right. Well, kids, I got to tell you, this is going to rank up there in the top 10 places I've been and seen, along with Mauna Kea, the Bay of Fundy, Grand Canyon, Jenny Lake, the Grand Tetons, Yellowstone. Spectacular. Well, the first part of my hike was, I think they called it the Wall Street Trail and the Navajo Loop Trail. And now this is, I believe, called the Queen's Garden. And this is pretty cool. Hiking amongst the hoodoos. This is why I travel. check this out. Look at that. This is reminiscent of Jenny Lake, where you've just got this thrust of mountains in front of you. Just incredible. Here's our favorite tourist. Guess where we are. This is the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and it's just one stop. You know, this thing is so huge, you can't even take a picture of it. Marsha's hanging onto my hat so the devil doesn't take it. That's happened before. Let's go back here. So, Grand Canyon, it's grand. morning, kids. The tourist and I are at Pikes Peak. 14,000 million feet. It's thin up here. Check out the clouds, huh? And there's America the Beautiful under the clouds. Pretty amazing, huh?